It's cool. I got my people looking into the door. I don't know if I'm going to sleep. You know?
Excuse me, sir. What are you guys arresting her for?
A whole other charge.
A warrant out for what?
Sorry?
A warrant for what, sir?
There's a warrant for me. Right. You gonna record me the whole way?
The whole way, beautiful.
Why?
You're a big star.
I'm thinking of arguing about something that just dropped out in the picture, bro. Bro. I'm trying to get it for my family. Yeah, we may mess up on the way. I need y'all to stay for me. I don't need y'all to pass judgment. Please keep your opinions to yourself. For real.
It's like, y'all should just do a
You're a f***ing goof who drank your baby.
Oh my God.
You drank your baby to the grave.
Make me mod. Make me
That's
mod.
crazy.
This time, Chrisean Rock's tantrum is not limited to internet drama. She is now spreading like wildfire on social media after CPS staged a quick prank and grabbed Junior out from under her. The twist is that this was not sudden nor random. CPS had been observing, and they were not let down when they eventually took action. It all began when a terrible video recording of someone placing Junior in risk appeared online, and fans were shocked by what they saw. Authorities moved quickly as a result of the footage, which had the entire internet buzzing. Chrisean's home was raided by CPS with a full search team shortly after the video was released. Let us simply say that what they discovered rocked many to their very foundations. According to sources, CPS had been monitoring her activities and monitoring the situation for months. However, Chrisean allegedly left Junior in a car during a heat wave in order to quarrel with Blueface, which was the last straw. Everything changed in that instant. Chrisean is currently dealing with severe legal issues in addition to having Junior taken out of her custody. According to the streets, she is considering accusations of endangering Junior, and if all goes according to plan, she might land herself back in jail before she has had a chance to acclimate to life in freedom. Authorities are rumored to have discovered alcohol, illegal drugs, and other dangerous objects far too near Junior's lodging during the raid, and that was sufficient for CPS to take prompt action. This shot was not a warning. There was a court case on top of the complete custody removal. What is even more crazy is this: Chrisean was recently released from prison. Only a minute has passed, and she already appears to be ready to return. People are shouting in the streets that she is reckless and unfit, and now CPS files are being leaked. People are witnessing the depth of it. The records demonstrate that this was not an isolated incident. CPS had been monitoring her home life, whereabouts, and the people she spent time with her son. They arrived in full force after the last incident involving the automobile. Not to mention that Chrisean has been the target of side-eye for some time. The internet was curious about her behavior, from her partying while pregnant to her live streaming dubious activities. However, these fresh accusations are transforming that skepticism into outright indignation. Agents allegedly arrived at Chrisean's home for the inquiry to find something really startling. According to reports, her youngster was not even close to feeling safe there. There were things in the open, within easy reach, that could cause him great injury. But wait, things get worse. Rumor has it that alcohol bottles were found lying in plain sight throughout the residence. Additionally, according to insiders, certain dubious materials were discovered strewn around in areas where Junior could have been exposed with ease. People claim that it was obvious that no genuine attempt was made to tidy up or even to give the impression that officials were keeping an eye on the area. The streets are telling us that this is far more than just an untidy house. Let us face it, the most unsettling aspect? She allegedly dismissed the harmful items there when CPS officers approached her about them. She allegedly told them that since Junior is not yet able to walk or crawl, it did not matter. She therefore believed that he was unable to reach or grasp anything. People were startled by that response alone. This is when things became even more serious because Chrisean unintentionally verified the months-long suspicions that Junior might have a developmental delay or impairment with that one sentence. Online users have long been wondering that something was not quite right, and now that remark has simply fueled the flames. Although it has long been a sensitive topic, people now feel as though they have concrete proof. Carlissa, Blueface's mother, has also discussed this previously. She suggested that something was wrong in a video she posted on Instagram months ago, and as soon as this new information surfaced, people brought it up again.
Them mother drank and smoked while they was pregnant. That's why they're so angry. Because who the fuck is angry
You supposed to be angry at him that did this. Not that's the reason why you don't find it to be angry is because you did it. Then y'all want to hop on here talking about I'm talking about my grandbaby. No, I'm talking about the trifling mammy. Now, please don't get me started because I done already repented.
Whenever someone mentioned Junior's condition, Chrisean would quickly cut the conversation off. However, she opened up quickly as soon as she was seated in front of CPS, as if it were her lucky ticket to avoid trouble. According to some, she attempted to avoid taking responsibility by playing it like a sympathy game and using Junior's delays. However, such move was completely unsuccessful. CPS refused to be duped. Without any delay, they realized what she was attempting to achieve. They removed Junior from her care right away. Furthermore, nobody can truly predict how long she will be without him. However, based on the current situation, it does not appear like she will be receiving him back anytime soon. And just when it seems like things could not get much worse, a brand new storm suddenly appears. According to reports, CPS filed a tie against her directly, and those charges are severe. Let us face it, she is under serious legal pressure and may end up in jail if this turns out the way some people think it will. The wildest portion, though, comes next. To find soil, they did not even have to dig deep. All they needed to do was browse the web. In essence, social media strengthened their argument. There are numerous videos showing Chrisean acting carelessly, and for years, fans have been yelling about it. We cannot ignore what is out there, but we are not here to drag her. Yes, it creates a rough picture when you combine all of the online material with what CPS discovered in her home. Let us now discuss the last straw that may have caused CPS to take action. For nearly 2 years, fans had been tagging them, pleading with someone to intervene and keep Junior safe. However, nothing took place. Prior to that particular Twitch stream a few days earlier, no. And who was it that rocked everyone in the audience? While chatting with Blueface on the phone, Chrisean was live streaming. In the midst of a terrible heat wave, she requested a few Twitch employees to drive Junior to the car. She left him alone in the car as she continued to argue, and it was hot and muggy.
I can call you later so you can do what you gotta do.
No, you don't gotta call me later. I just don't want to argue. You can stay on the phone.
I guess you busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
Huh? I'm not busy at all.
Yeah, I guess you busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
I'm not
even busy.
Okay.
Babe,
You're busy right now.
I'm not busy. I'm not busy. I'm not busy. I'm about to put a baby in the car. Is that okay? You mind taking him to the car? Thank you.
You mind taking him to the car?
It all happened during a live stream on Twitch, and I can assure you that it was a complete catastrophe from the beginning. While she was inside, chilling, and locked into a full-on conversation with Blueface, Chrisean had Junior confined inside the car, sobbing uncontrollably. Not just any conversation, but a furious back and forth as if no one else was around. Why was it worse? The same person who has been quite explicit is Blueface. Not only does he not want her, he also does not want her son. While Junior struggled in the heat, she was focused on that person. On-site Twitch employees were attempting to fill in. From outside the building, they could clearly hear her son sobbing. One of them even instructed her to go see how he was doing. However, Chrisean won, unfazed, as if it were no big thing. She remained sitting. The tone was so contemptuous, as if she could not be bothered. It was already too late when she eventually hauled herself out to get him. Junior was sobbing too much in that overheated automobile and was already choking.
Let's go! Here I come, Papa! Hey! It's okay. I'm going to the dentist. That one come? Okay. Well, is Jack driving?
Jack's driving.
Y'all act like that. Y'all don't even know what's going on. I'm not putting my child in the camera. Y'all keep saying, attend to my baby. I am attending to my baby. That's why I have certain people here tell me attend to my baby while I'm working. I'm not gonna keep, you know? So, all that, put prayer in hands, y'all. Everybody that loves me in the chat.
Let us go on to the heat wave event, which truly infuriated people. Everyone in the nation is aware of the rule, and we are talking about triple digits. Not even for a minute do you leave your youngster trapped in a car. Chrisean believed it was great to leave Junior in the car while she was talking to Blueface, even though there was no air conditioning and no windows were broken. Just pure heat. And what is worse than that? Blueface was incarcerated and not even outside. People were incredulous. Chrisean was too preoccupied with arguing with her baby daddy as if if the heat were not deadly, while her son was trapped in a sweltering vehicle, wailing and perspiring, and it appeared to be blatantly dangerous activity, not just a little slip-up. Twitch viewers witnessed the entire incident unfold, and it left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. She even pretended that the boy did not exist, according to one spectator, and then, without warning, CPS acted. The time they could not ignore after disregarding innumerable complaints was now. What began as a welfare check evolved into a full-fledged inquiry when they arrived prepared to assess the issue. It appears like Chrisean may really lose custody of Junior as a result of the additional evidence they discovered during that house visit. And if she believes that the internet will now sympathize with her, it won't. For months, people have been pleading for CPS to intervene before things worsen. Literally, people have been stating that horrible things are inevitable, and now they are happening. Fans are constantly degrading her in comment sections throughout the globe. She believes she is untouchable, but her time is coming, one person remarked. CPS should give Junior the life he deserves since that girl has been out of control, another commented. Even worse, some people are not shocked. They have been warning her and urging her to wake up, but it seems like she never paid attention. Since CPS did not knock on her door to start this, let us go back and rewind the film. People had been raising the alarm for months, and the warning signals were everywhere. When Junior was just a month old, Chrisean took him to crazy concerts, which was one of the greatest red signs. No concern in the world, no protective headphones. This newborn was out there like it was a party, with loud music pouring into crowded onlookers. Not to mention what Blueface revealed while still pregnant. He went on the internet and vented, claiming that she had smoked a joint while traveling to the hospital. He said that even though she was already in labor, she was lighting up and going to perform. "You smoked your way to birth," he wrote. "Do you not believe that I can actually acquire the child?" Even though he first stated that he did not want to remove his son, he made it plain that he would step up if she continued to behave out of control. Then he totally blew the microphone. Blueface said that because she smoked, drank, and was struck throughout her pregnancy, her kid was not healthy. She was unable to take even a month off. People were shaken by that comment, particularly as fans began to see Junior's health problems on television. It is not simply a mess either. It is unfortunate that despite everything, there are still rumors circulating that she has not taken her kid to receive the necessary medical attention. I take that you recall that hernia situation? Chrisean declined to have Junior's operation when he was just a few weeks old. Blueface revealed to the public he claimed he was considering calling CPS and referred to it as reckless. However, the internet pulled him for it at the time. He was accused of being petty and attempting to make her feel inferior while she was a new mother. However, some people are now beginning to question if he was correct all along. It also gets deeper. According to her longtime friend Jaden, Chrisean not only ignored the issue but also prevented others from assisting Junior. Jaden claims that in order to have Junior assessed and perhaps receive some early assistance, she contacted her cousin, a developmental delay specialist. Chrisean quickly shut it down though. Jaden also had no intention of being silent. She immediately posted a whole video on social media, revealing every detail, no holding back, no filter.
Janet, why didn't you convince her to help Junior? I did. My cousin is a specialist. Like, I did the best I could. My cousin works with autistic children. She works one-on-one with all kinds of children. It don't matter if you're autistic, if you're not, if you're a regular children, like, we offered the help as much as we can. Like, my cousin is literally has her BA in all of this. It's like when people are in denial of stuff, it's like you can't help people when they're in denial of what's actually going on in reality. Like, I get.
The same question is being asked by everyone. How can Chrisean continue to behave in such a manner against her own son? Making excuses for her is becoming more and more difficult, as seen by her actions of locking Junior in the car during a heat wave, leaving him among drugs and alcohol, and skipping doctor's appointments. And the most startling aspect? It took CPS this long to act at last. It is crazy because it appears to be deliberate and not merely the result of bad choices. If her love for her kid is genuine, why does she put him in danger all the time? That has been a question on the internet for months, and to be honest, it may be related to something more sinister. She has previously stated this herself. Not to mention that there is real video that demonstrates Chrisean's drinking during her pregnancy. Not hearsay, not rumors, but visual proof. In the video, her own friends and family were urging her to slow down and quit drinking, but she refused to listen. She informed them bluntly that she did not give a shit. This is the portion that shocked people the most. Allegedly, she promised to terminate the pregnancy whenever she desired. People were freezing the video and viewing it back with their jaws on the ground only because of that statement. Fans have not forgotten that she was not considering Junior's future at the time, regardless of whether she was being serious or not.
Yeah, I woke up today knowing I don't want a child no more. I don't want no kid no more. I don't think I want to be a Blueface girlfriend.
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at? Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just gonna get no liquor.
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
Nah, you can't have no liquor.
Even Chrisean's own words reveal that she was not fully committed to this pregnancy from the start, which is where things take a horrible emotional turn. She essentially acknowledged that the only reason she decided to keep her pregnancy was because she believed it was too late to do anything else in a post that reappeared on Instagram. "I am now 20 weeks along," she herself stated. She continued by saying, "I had to pray, the dread of becoming a mommy away when I see the face of what is developing inside me. The fact that this pregnancy was planned, but that we no longer envision a future together is really upsetting." People were side-eyeing her in that one post, particularly when she revealed that she and Blueface had lost faith in one another and that she was facing termination. The statement that truly rocked the room then arrived. "I was shocked to learn that there is no going back from becoming a mother so soon." Fans quickly began to connect the connections after seeing that. People are now claiming that the energy was causing remorse rather than delight, which is why she acted so recklessly against Junior. Some people think that the goal was to keep Blueface near, not to become a mother out of love. She reportedly lacks the drive to take on the role of mother now that he is imprisoned and completely cut off from her. When people recalled something else she said a few years ago, that thought really stuck. She sobbed live, saying that Blueface had once forced her to terminate several pregnancies until she changed her mind and began a family with Jiden. People believe she never really recovered from the severe wounds caused by that betrayal.
What hurt? Let me tell you what hurt. When you told me get rid of the babies and then have a baby with a pregnant with. That's what really hurt. Are you listening?
The truth may have been in plain sight all along, according to admirers. She was aware that Jiden and the pregnancy were taking Blueface away from her. It may have been her last resort to keep him imprisoned. The streets claim that Chrisean used a chess move when she became pregnant, rather than merely becoming pregnant for herself. However, others claim that Blueface's behavior with Junior started to change for the worst after that backfired, and she still plummeted. The internet is also not holding back. Many people claim that she has been careless ever since. For example, she does not care about Junior now that Blueface is not involved. The remarks have been harsh. This is why CPS should have been on this from the beginning. Others online are arguing. Some even contend that before things progressed to this point, Junior ought to have been taken out as soon as he was born. However, it went beyond fans. Nope. Even celebrities intervened after the footage of her abandoning Junior in the car, imprisoned in the heat, went viral. She did not contain her tongue while Mani slaughtered. She provided information and a thorough analysis of the true behind-the-scenes activities. As Mani mentioned, "I am certain that the infant does not even have a pediatrician." She said that it had been about a year since Junior had visited a doctor. That is crazy. She even claimed that Junior was delivered in a birthing facility rather than a hospital, and that the birth certificate does not name a father. Therefore, it was entirely Chrisean's obligation to ensure that he was seen before the 12-week mark, but she failed to do so. Mani's claims that she did not take Junior to the doctor until Blueface attacked her online for the hernia he had as a baby. But pay attention to this. Chrisean has refused to take Junior in for a formal examination, despite Mani's claims that he too has Cody chat. Why? She supposedly knows that CPS will intervene and take Junior for real if she enters a clinic. Toddlers are known to get small bugs all the time, especially if they are not receiving the right care. People are accusing Junior of blatant negligence if he has not really visited a doctor in almost a year, not to mention that for the first 3 months, she reportedly failed to take him to a physician. That is a very other storm. Here's the really bad part. Perhaps the spark that ignited the fire was Mani's article on the slaughters. Less than 24 hours after her statement went viral and began to spread like wildfire, CPS arrived at Chrisean's home. People began to speculate about whether Mani's actions had finally reached a tipping point because of the time. However, fans remain conflicted despite CPS's intervention. While some are relieved that Junior is finally out of what they perceive to be a dangerous circumstance, others are concerned about where he has landed himself. This is not simply any scenario, let us face it. it. Junior has special requirements. He is still unable to walk and hold his head up at the age of almost 2. Rumor has it that he may also be visually impaired. Because of his strong requirements and his tendency to scuttle around his parents, it might be quite difficult to place him in the foster system. The situation becomes much more chaotic at this point. CPS often tries to put the child with a family member in cases like these, but reportedly no one stepped up. Indeed, rumors have it that neither Blueface's nor Chrisean's families were interested in adopting Junior. That is crazy. At first, it may seem startling, but remember, she will not be a possibility since Chrisean and her sister Taseki have been at odds for a long time. Additionally, Blueface's parents have always had a tumultuous relationship. Remember when Junior was with Chrisean when she was detained in court last year? There, Blueface's father and mother were fighting about who would take the child. Neither of them desired the duty. Fans were given all the information they required at that instant. Therefore, it was not simply the automobile footage or the pressure from social media when CPS arrived this time. Junior did not have anywhere else to go, and those around him were not helping him. His mom's actions generated suspicions, his dad is incarcerated, and no family members were prepared to take accountability. CPS took the necessary action. Since CPS is no longer playing games, Chrisean needs to quickly assemble a strong legal team. This case has the potential to grow into something far more serious. She is already dealing with possible prosecution, public criticism, and an ongoing custody dispute. Now, we must ask, do you believe that CPS was correct to take Junior out of Chrisean's custody? Did you want to protect him? Or do you believe that because she is young and well-known, they are being too harsh? Or perhaps some of you believe that Chrisean ought to have been held responsible for his actions long ago? Please share your opinions in the comments section below. Additionally, remember to press the bell, subscribe for the most recent updates, and hit the like button to ensure you do not miss the next crazy twist.